Hey guys, it's Saturday, August 1st, 2020. We started out today on the northeast backcountry discovery route. We camped in Hancock, New York last night at the beginning of the trail in a campground called Beaver Dell Campground, a private campground. It was nice. I mean, they had a good wide tent site, 3 tents, 3 bikes. They had a restaurant and a bar there. They had wood for the fire. So we took off out of there this morning at like around 8 o'clock. Got some gas down the street and very quickly turned a little south on the trail into Pennsylvania, where we are right now. It is a beautiful morning. It's about 80 degrees. The sun is shining. There's a little bit of a breeze. And at least the first, probably, we've been on 5 or 6 miles of the trail only already this morning, but it's just been beautiful. A little gnarly in some places where you had to get up on the pegs and work, but a lot of it's been this, you can see it behind me, like this single track dirt road. There's 3 of us on this trip. Me, my son Sam, and his friend Sean. Sam lives in Maine, Sean lives in New Hampshire. We're gonna do, there's 8 sections to the BDR that end in northern New Hampshire on the Canadian border. So we're going to do 8 days, a section a day. And I got online and I was able to make campground reservations, either state parks or private campgrounds, at the end of every section except for one place, Rangeley, Maine. I couldn't get a campsite. Everything was booked. Shouldn't be a big deal. When we get up there, we can remote camp somewhere. We've got all our stuff and, we're going to be out in the wild. So we're going to have fun. I'll do some filming on this whole thing. Try to get some, get some good views of all the sections. Show you where we're camping and tell you the details of the places. That way, if you're going to come and you want to do it and you go, hey, that looks like fun, I'll stay at those same places. It'll help you out. It'll give you a little bit of a leg up. And then we'll do some shooting of the bikes later on along the trip. Show you what everybody's riding and how they packed them up. Let's have a good, fun, safe trip. All day, had a great day, a lot of dirt, some road, a lot of single track, and we're in Delancey, New York tonight. And this is our campground. It's called Dirt Road Camp, and it is the strangest place we've ever seen, but it's pretty cool. That platform. It's got this stuff going on. What do you think, Sean? Oh look, it's got a fire pit inside there. This place obviously used to be a quarry because it's got all this rock stuff. Good morning, it's Sunday, day 2, section 2. Big day today, 189 miles. We left Andes, New York this morning around 7:30 and a little bit of rain. We've been through some real gnarly shit this morning. I dumped first time. Somebody had to be the first one, so it's gonna be the old guy. and passed a guy on a BMW and a guy in an Africa Twin halfway down this, what can only be described as a rock pile. But they made it out. So we're going to keep going. We'll see what this day brings. Hopefully more sun than rain. And we'll stay safe and have fun. We rode about 181 miles today through New York. It was good riding, rain gear on, rain gear off at different points during the day. There was more road today than dirt, but both of them were good and they were mixed up pretty well. Tonight we're here in Taconic State Park in New York. Had reservations here, got in no problem. We got a campsite up here in the mosquito infested woods, and we're gonna be good. We got set up. We were actually here early at like 4:30. We got set up, got the tents in place ready to go, and there might be some rain tonight, hopefully not, and then we'll be good to go in the morning. Tomorrow's section 3, which is a little bit of Connecticut, all in Massachusetts, and we camp in Vermont tomorrow night. It was a good day. Morning guys, it's Monday, August 3rd, day 3, section 3. We started out in Copac, I think you pronounce it, Falls, New York this morning, left around 8 o'clock. We've been on the road for, I don't know, an hour and a half. It's a beautiful day, no rain in the forecast today. Right now we just pulled into Connecticut, into Canaan, and Connecticut's just a little bit, and then we'll be up into Mass and work our way across that state today. We have campground reservations tonight in southern Vermont. So looking forward to a good day of fun, safe riding. Let's go. After about 170 miles of riding today, we made it here to Woodford State Park in Vermont. It was a great day. There was best section so far, definitely, section 3. I would say 90% of it was dirt roads, everything from wider gravel to real rocky single track. They threw it all at us today, boy. It was a beautiful day. It was like 82 degrees, but it wasn't really humid. The sun was shining. It was a lot of fun. We just got to this park in time to get set up before dark. I'll show it to you. There's a pond down there. I'm not sure what the name of the pond is. But the tents are set up. Bikes are put away for the night. The best part about this camp was they have hot showers, but you got to remember, if you come here, it's you need 50 cents to get the hot water. But I'll tell you, that hot shower, let's see, we started, that's the first hot shower we've had in 3 days, so that felt really good. So we picked up some hot dogs. We're gonna have those tonight. We even got a little bit of bourbon, which we haven't had any of that, and I've been wanting some for a few days. So the boys picked that up. It's going to be a good night. I think we might get some rain tonight, and I think we're going to have rain tomorrow, but we'll worry about that tomorrow. It was a good fun day. Tuesday, August 4th, fourth day of the trip, section 4 of the BDR, but today we're getting the remnants of a hurricane that hit the coast of the Carolinas the day before yesterday. All that is blowing through here today. Severe thunderstorm watch, flooding, torrential rain all day. So, one thing I've learned in 61 years on Earth is not to screw with Mother Nature. So we are going to road it up today. Stay off the trail. We're going to take the road up to Guiche, Vermont. We got a room up there for the afternoon and for the night. Hate to miss this section, but based on the kind of stuff we've been riding on, there's no way we want to be in the woods in pouring rain and thunder and lightning. So we're going to do that. We've got to stick to a schedule. These guys have to be back to work next Monday, so we're going to have to bag section 4, which is probably gorgeous, but it'll give us something to come back and do some other day. Good morning, it's Day 5, Section 5. We left Woodstock, Vermont. Actually, we left Guiche, Vermont this morning around 8 o'clock. We stayed there last night, rode out the storm. It was, I'm not going to lie to you, it was nice to be in that hotel room while that rain and wind was raging outside all day and well into the night. And it was nice to take a hot shower and sleep in a soft bed. So this morning we did a little bit of section 4 before we get on section 5, and now we're making our way across that, heading north by east through Vermont. We're going to end up in New Hampshire at the end of the day. The riding's been kind of gnarly this morning because of all the rain last night. Things look a lot like this. And worse in the woods. Some of these trails are really, I think you're going up or down a stream in the springtime. We did have one place where a big log fell across the road. Looks like that probably happened during the storm yesterday because there was a lot of fresh bark and stuff that came off it. Thought about it a little bit, how best to do it. Couldn't get around it. It was too steep on either side. Finally decided to hump over it. You can see here, we did one bike at a time. Wasn't too bad. It's the beauty of having 3 guys, and for a guy my age, the great part about having 2 29-year-olds along, because you know those guys can lift things. So we got all 3 bikes over, not too much trouble. We're on our way. I'm thinking that's an access road for somebody in that area, so somebody will get up there with a chainsaw and cut it down. It's a beautiful day in Vermont. Now that that rain and that storm is gone, it's cool this morning, and the next like 5 days the weather app is showing sunny and bright and like mid-80s, so I think we'll be okay. Let's go. So we put in a good 200-mile day today, almost all of it on the dirt, and great roads, great scenery. Went through some areas that were real deep mud holes, water and mud from the storm last night, trees down. It was good. It was an exciting day. Tonight we're in Twin River Campground in Woodsville, New Hampshire, right just a couple of miles off the BDR. We got this nice tent site for the night. You can see it's a fairly busy place. But we got in, there's nobody next to us. We've got beer, we've got food, we've got wood. That's it for today. Tomorrow's section 6. Tomorrow we go over Mount Washington. Really looking forward to that. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. Thanks for coming along. Good morning. It's day 6, section 6. We are in New Hampshire this morning. We left Woodsville around 8 o'clock, and this is the first place to stop for coffee. This is the oldest continuously running store in the United States in Bath, New Hampshire. People in here were super nice. Heading out today. Eventually we climb Mount Washington, I think later in the day. But should be a good one. The weather's going to be absolutely perfect, I think. Actually a little bit on the cool side today, which is great for August in New England. Let's go. Wrapped up section 6 here just outside of Gorham, New Hampshire at Birches Camp Resort. Very nice campground, very nice people. We rode 250-ish miles today. There was a fair amount of tar today, some long stretches of tar, but also some really good dirt, but nothing gnarly or wet. Tomorrow we'll be heading to Rangeley. For tonight, we're hunkered in. This is the camp. Beautiful spot. Today is day 7, section 7. We passed from New Hampshire into Maine this morning around 8:30. Did a lot of kind of ATV off-road trails. Had a crash going through those trails. You can see here I was going up. Was doing pretty good. Started to lose it. Pulled it over to the right. Thought I was good. And then things got really interesting real fast. Kind of tossed me through the air, landed me on the ground. It was good to have the camera on during all of that. And then I could have tried to struggle to pick it up, but I decided to just lie there on the side of the road and wait for Sam and Sean to come back and pick the bike up. Which eventually they showed up. And they picked it up. And all was good again. So now we just had stopped in Rumford for lunch, and we're heading on what is really the second half of section 7, which is dirt all the way up to Rangeley, Maine. We did not have campground reservations in Rangeley. I tried to get them, and I would have stayed at Rangeley State Park, but I think because of the COVID, they've got them at 50% capacity, and I could not get a campsite there or anywhere around there. So we decided to get a room up there at a hotel right in the village. And I think that'll be good tonight. We'll have a sit-down meal somewhere, take a hot shower on the next to the last leg of this trip. It's another beautiful day. It's been spectacular. We had that one bad day where we couldn't do section 4 because of the hurricane, but everything else has been just perfectly beautiful. Some actually been cool in the mornings when we take off. We've been putting our rain clothes on just to stay warm. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna head up to Rangeley and enjoy this long, flat dirt road. And I think it's gonna be like this most of the way, but we'll see. Could be something else. Let's go find out. We ended section 7 at Rangeley Lake, behind me here. Rangeley Lake is a beautiful spot in northern Maine. I try and get up here every year to camp. Tonight we stayed at the hotel because we couldn't find camping, but it's a beautiful night. And we managed to get the drone out and take some nice shots of the lake. I think it was a good day. We had a lot of dirt, some road, minor accident, and looking forward to the last day. Tomorrow's day 8, section 8, and we'll wrap this trip up. It is August 8th, 8th day of the trip, section 8 of the NEBDR. We are out on this beautiful sunny morning in the great state of Maine. Left Rangeley around 8:30 this morning. Hit a little bit of tar and then nothing but dirt since then. We've seen 2 deer, haven't seen any moose yet, and hopefully we'll see them from a little bit of a distance. We're making our way up to the end of the trail, which is northern New Hampshire. There's supposed to be some pond up there on the Canadian border. We grabbed lunch this morning to have up there, celebratory lunch when we get there. And should be a fun day of riding. From there we'll head down to Colebrook, where we have a campsite for the night and where we are picking up the U-Haul tomorrow morning to bring us back to my son's house in Berwick, Maine. So couldn't ask for a nicer day. Couldn't ask for better company. Let's go see what the end of this trail looks like. Well, we made it to what we think is less than a mile from the end of the trail, but we ran into this series of deadfalls. We tried going around them, but there's just one after the other, after the other, after the other, and we would have to do a lot of picking up motorcycles and trying to carry them over things. So we said, you know what, screw it. We'll park the bikes, we'll grab our lunch, and we'll hike to the end and eat up over there. It's probably a pretty good way to end this trail. So we got some cryptic lettering up here at the end of this trail. It might have said BDR before some sticks got moved, and this one is kind of indecipherable. We don't know if it originally said end or something else, but I don't see much more of a trail. Oh, his GPS track says this is the end right here.
So we're in Canada over there?
High five.
We made it. Oh, it's a new one.
So just some thoughts while we're walking along. I haven't reached the end. We did this on 2 Honda CRF 250s and 1 KTM 350, and I think that was like the perfect size for the route we did up here. I see online where people do it with a GS or an Africa Twin. I guess it's doable. I mean, I can't tell you how many times in the last 8 days I was in a spot and I said, thank God I'm not on my Super Tenere, because I never would have got up the rocks and water and whatnot that came our way. Plus, it's a lot more fun, and I think you can go a lot faster on a smaller bike. Is it doable on a big bike? It's doable. There's plenty of places where gonna have to go slow and creep your way up, but somebody with more skill than I have could do it. There is camping all along the way. We never had a trouble. I made all those reservations in May, but I think even without reservations, you probably could get into those campgrounds. They look like they had extra space. If we wanted to spend every night in a hotel, I think we could have done that. We might have had to ride a little bit further at the end of the day to get to them, but it wouldn't have been a problem. With our small bikes, we had no problem with gas. You know, they're 2.5 gallon tanks, but you know, when you're getting 60 or 70 gallons to the mile, or 60 or 70 miles to the gallon, you can go pretty far. We were able to pack all our camping stuff without a problem. Bikes weren't too heavy. One of the things definitely is to download the GPS tracks. We had the map, and you could never do this just by the map. You just never know what side roads to take. Having the tracks, which is free, makes it right easy. Sam had that on his phone. He was lead bike all week, and we had no problem following that. And lastly, many thanks to the people who figured this route out, put the time and effort in, get the information for the Butler map, and especially made the GPS tracks and posted them for free. So there's a lot of effort they put in for no money, which is, it's a good thing. Thank you very much. I think if you're planning on doing it, it's a great adventure. I would definitely recommend you do a section a day and try not to get too much bigger than that, and that you be safe and have fun. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you in the next one.